Hello, welcome to Socorro in Brazil. We are offering first aid kits to this underserved market, and we will show you why this is a great time to export this product into Brazil. First, we conducted a product and VRIO analysis. We determined that in order to create value, we needed to provide consumers with easy access to medical supplies in emergency situations. First aid kits are not a rare item in Brazil. However, they are difficult to be found in some of the lower populated areas and the rural areas of the country. So our goal is to provide easy access to those areas that are underserved. The product is reproducible, so it has high imitability, and as an organization, we plan to provide a cheaper and more comprehensive option for consumers. We are going to produce and sell affordable first aid kits to the people of Brazil. Some of the kits are small and basic with just a few necessities, such as bandages, cotton pads, antiseptic wipes, and antibiotic ointment. We also offer more comprehensive kits that will include sample medications, suture kits, and syringes. Brazil is the second largest market in the world for first aid kits, and it is a large country with many areas where it can be difficult to reach a doctor quickly. While a first aid kit cannot replace a doctor or a hospital, it is a necessity to have on hand for simple wounds and illnesses, or in the case of an emergency when immediate medical attention is unavailable. Our first aid kit would not be unique in the market. However, we would strive to make it affordable for the majority of consumers by including government-allowed medications, sutures, and syringes, as well as instructions on how to care for stings, bites, and allergic reactions, as well as other medical conditions. We would have a competitive advantage over other first aid kit suppliers. To address our competition, we have Johnson & Johnson as our largest competitor. They've had a long presence in the country. They have a worldwide name, and with subsidiaries like Band-Aid, they have created loyalty with many consumers. It will be difficult to disrupt such loyalty for a product that has been used for many decades. However, the target markets of big companies like Johnson & Johnson are the highly populated areas. Also, the quality of their products have changed. For instance, the Band-Aid strip. The cheap option would not stick very well, and the expensive option might stick. However, it will leave a sticky residue on your skin, which may be difficult to remove. Our goal is to provide better quality, affordable, and eco-friendly first aid kits that will cater to this underserved market in Brazil. Our target market is the communities and suburbs of Brazil's larger cities, as well as the tourist population. Our first aid kits can be customized and personalized depending on the needs of the individuals or communities in which we are selling them. We support Brazil's view on sustainable development by providing eco-friendly products in our first aid kits. Our target markets are the outskirts of Brazil's big cities who have little or no access to urgent care or medical supplies. Another market is the tourist market, those who come unprepared while traveling throughout Brazil. First aid kits will contain water purification tablets, anti-diarrheal drugs, and other medications based on consumer demand. We have decided to brand our product as Socorro, which interpreted into English means first aid. Our products will use themes and colors that are already familiar to the Brazilian citizens, such as the colors of their flag, which are blue, yellow, and green, as well as symbols that traditionally represent first responders, such as symbols found on ambulances or paramedics. Socorro products are affordable, durable, waterproof, and designed to fulfill a variety of consumer needs. We offer basic first aid items, such as bandages and ointments, or more specialized items, such as pain relief or nutritional supplements. Our ultimate goal is to provide quality products that will reduce or postpone medical symptoms until professional medical help is available and assist individuals in many medical situations. Content will vary depending on the size of the kit and the demand of our consumers. For our sales strategy, we have many retail options. We will place our first aid kits in as many of Brazil's pharmacies and supermarkets as possible, as well as providing an online store. In the supermarkets and pharmacies, our kits will be a standardized product with a limited number of sizes and components. However, in the online store, we have the option to make customized kits for consumers who need more than what our standardized kits may offer. For our distribution strategy, we have over 37,000 current supermarkets in Brazil, many of which are independently owned. Brazil's large geographic size, fragmented market, and preference to negotiate business with people they know make it difficult and expensive to employ and train a sales force large enough to reach all of these retailers. While there may be some disadvantages to not having our own sales force, we feel that it is better to use an agent and distributor to sell our products because they already have the existing knowledge, connections, and distribution channels in place. For our media plan, we have decided to have a strong online presence. Brazil has the largest e-commerce market in South America and in fact has the 4th largest in the world. Therefore, our media plan is to focus our efforts on social media marketing and purchasing advertisement space on the internet, as this is a rapidly growing market within Brazil. We have created a short advertisement video, which is entertaining and briefly explains the benefits of our product. We will also utilize AdWords in various search engines, such as Google, to increase visibility to the online consumer, as the search for first aid kits has increased from 10,000 in 2017 to 100,000 in 2018. Just in the past year, this demonstrates a higher demand for such products in our target market. We feel that online advertising will allow us to achieve a greater return on investment in purchasing internet ads versus television commercials, which are more costly to produce and purchase airtime. We have developed a storyboard for our advertisement. In the beginning, we will identify the company and then establish a need for the product and create or define the dilemma, after which we will identify the solution, which is Socorro. We then demonstrate the various options that our product has to offer, followed by a brand reminder and a push to buy for the consumer. We made sure to have our logo on multiple slides in the advertisement to keep the logo fresh in the consumer's mind. For our pricing strategy, we wanted to reinforce our brand positioning as a quality first aid kit with various options for different income levels and medical needs. The option to purchase the base kit for only 10 Brazilian reals makes the product affordable to those in the lower income bracket who are often located in more rural areas. The higher end kits for 30 Brazilian reals are available for those in the higher income areas. As the need to enter Brazil, we had to define a method of entry. So we considered various options for methods of entry into this country. We evaluated the pros and cons and how cultures, trade agreements, laws, and taxation have a big impact on the operations in our host country. We concluded that a joint venture would be the best way to enter the Brazilian market. We plan to pursue a joint venture with one of Brazil's large local pharmacies. And the advantage of this is that they know their market, the culture, and the laws pertaining to taxations and labor. So that will reduce some of our overhead and research costs. As for our sourcing strategy, we had to identify which source would be the best for the products that we plan to deliver. After sourcing several companies as potential options, we needed to produce a quality first aid kit. We chose to utilize a wholesale company, firstaidproduct.com. This company has good reviews on their products, which are offered in customizable kits and also separate components. They're also offered at reasonable costs to allow for us to create a markup, which will include a retail profit margin as well as cover the shipping expenses. They also offer free shipping within the US, so we can get the products shipped to the ports within the United States for free. And it will also allow us to have flexibility in shipping as they have multiple distribution locations, so we can utilize various ports within the US to accommodate demand and also to accommodate various shipping schedules to the ports in Brazil. For our staffing, we feel that a combination of a geocentric and polycentric approach to staffing would be the most beneficial for our company. This will help as we work with the Brazilian labor market. Ideally, we want to use as much local talent as possible, as this approach would help us to be in tune with the needs of the locals and be aware of the market throughout the country. By using this method, we would be focusing on using locals to be in control of recruiting new employees, and they will know how to best meet the needs of the local markets. We have trust in the Brazilian people, and we want to utilize them to participate in the decision-making processes. Ultimately, this method will also help our company save money as we get established and maintain local talent. One potential issue with using this method is that it would prevent local employees from branching out into different cultures and positions outside of their own. If we find that we must hire outside of Brazil for key positions, as an incentive to relocate, we will offer a salary increase of 10% during the time abroad. The cost of living is lower in Brazil than in the United States. However, we will offer a minimal cost of living allowance beyond the 10% incentive. For the key management positions, our compensation packages will be comparable to the market based on the location of the employee and in accordance with the laws of the country where they reside. Any employee living in Brazil, regardless of nationality, will be compensated in local currency, and their benefits package will be in accordance with Brazilian laws and local practices. Similarly, employees living in the United States will be compensated in US dollars, and their benefits package will be in accordance with the laws of the United States. We expect our president or CEO to reside in the US with an annual salary of $150,000 US dollars and a vice president in the United States with a salary of $100,000 US dollars. The key positions in Brazil will be the Director of Brazil Operations, making 350,000 Brazilian reals, the Manufacturing Manager with a salary of 313,000 Brazilian reals, and the Manager of Logistics being paid at 160,000 Brazilian reals annually. These salaries have been determined based on compensations evaluations of similar positions in each country. This is a representation of our organizational chart. Ideally, we will use as much local talent as possible, but initially we may need to have expatriates fill in for key executive and management roles if we do not find enough suitable local candidates. The chart is color-coded to reflect the different departments within the organization. Reporting to the CEO are multiple directors who will oversee various departments to maintain efficient operations in both the United States and Brazil. Due to limited cash flow, initially, some of the roles may be combined as needed until we are firmly established in both countries. We are excited to implement this project and move forward in providing a great product to this market and expanding consumer options available in Brazil. Thank you.